might have to get a little on the thick side.
It takes hours of stirring, spicing, and pouring.
A lot of canned goods going here, man.
Plus a heaping helping of good old Brunswick County love to fill this huge pot.
You want it real blended. You want all the chicken to come apart. Of course, you want your potatoes to cook apart.
And did I say stirring?
Now you do a little figure 8 stare, come on back and go around. The secret is always keep the paddle on the bottom of the stew pot.
Lots and lots of stirring.
It's like old wise tale, when your Brunswick stew is done, normally you can take your paddle and stick it right in the middle of the pot and it will stay up by itself. So we still got a little ways to go. It's a little bit thick, but it's getting there.
Stewmaster Kevin Pear knows a thing or two about belly-warming Brunswick stew and how to get it just right. His family is following in the footsteps of his dad, who years ago perfected their family recipe.
It was my dad's recipe. He died when I was really young, and I was 6 weeks old, and we actually found his recipe in the family Bible. So we took that and actually, of course, it was a 15-gallon recipe, so we actually kind of doctored it into bigger portions, of course, and it's been a really good hit.
Pear says they've been making Brunswick stew magic ever since. Yearly, he and his crew whip up thousands of bowls for local charities that give back to the Southside Virginia community where he lives. Last year, he says he used his family's famous recipe to help the charities raise $50,000. It's no surprise to many that he owns the bragging rights of having the best stew after his showing at the 2022 Taste of Brunswick Festival. With that victory under his belt, yet again, all roads led to the Virginia state capitol, where Pear's stew tantalized the taste buds of Governor Youngkin, his cabinet, and the entire General Assembly at the 19th annual Stew Day at the Capitol.
And we enjoy it. It's a lot of work, but I mean, it's something to be proud of. I mean, you're representing your whole county to the state of Virginia, so it's a good honor.
Brunswick stew! Any better?
Governor, we sent 8 points to your office.
Oh, did you really?
If you don't show up at home tonight, your wife will know where you
I know where I am. I'm just sitting there eating. Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
The pride is huge. It's amazing to hear everyone here in Richmond say that today is their favorite day to be here in Richmond, Virginia, and celebrate Brunswick stew. They love the smell of the stew as they walk between the General Assembly and the Capitol.
Pear says they pour a lot of love into this family recipe, as you can see here. And at this 19th annual Stew Day at the Capitol, they prepared 85 gallons of savory goodness to feed about 600 people. The pride of Brunswick definitely felt here, and Pear and his team, they're excited to serve the governor and members of the General Assembly.
Brunswick stew gives us great pride, especially when we learned and found out the official title that Brunswick stew started in Brunswick County. We get excited about that.
Pear's family recipe drew in hundreds of hungry folks who follow their noses to the tent set up near the Capitol, some saying they caught a whiff blocks away and followed their noses to Brunswick stew heaven.
We're one of the few counties that have their own day at the General Assembly, and I think that every citizen in Brunswick County should be proud of the fact of us being the home of Brunswick stew, and that the General Assembly recognizes us with our own day here at the Capitol.
Many acknowledging the nostalgia that came along with it.
To me, it's a taste of home, and it's like going home.
Brunswick stew means home, it means good life, it means good living. It is the pride of Brunswick County, because unbeknownst to that other state, we are the original home of Brunswick stew.
There's nothing else like it in the world. And for me, I think it's something that everyone across the world should be able to have opportunity to taste, from Asia to Africa to Europe. What we have in Brunswick County, the jewel we have in Brunswick stew, is something that's unique to us, but should be shared worldwide.
County leaders hope the Stew Day celebration at the Capitol will prompt visitors to make the trek down south to get another taste of what Brunswick County has to offer.
Well, I know they'll leave with a hearty bowl of stew, and so what warms you up, nothing better than that. But I want them to too understand that Brunswick County is on the move. We're doing great things in economic development. This is a part of our tourism, and so we want people to come to Brunswick County to get Brunswick stew, to come and shop, to come and open business, to come and live, to come and just visit the great tourist opportunities that we have. And so we want to draw them to Brunswick.